Welcome. I'm Mayor Rasmus, Mayor of the City of Corbin, and we are just so happy to have you all here today. Hope you're having a great time getting to know our city, experiencing some of our attractions, such as beautiful Cumberland Falls. If you've never been there, please take the time to go. And then you need to come back so you can hit the lake. I don't know if you've ever been to Laurel Lake, but it's fabulous as well. I know a lot of you all have been at our restaurants downtown because I've already heard the feedback that they are packed and they are so happy. So thank you all so much for coming and being a part of this summit. It is truly special for the city of Corbin to host this, and this being our third year, I feel like we're starting to get our rhythm here. And I hope that you give the feedback that we need so we can continue, if we are so lucky to have it again, to make it the absolute best that it can possibly be for you all, so that you look forward to being with us year after year at the SOAR Summit. And I just want to thank all the sponsors that have made this event possible, and my staff. I don't know if you've noticed, but everybody's been working super hard here to make it just the best that it can be, and I'm really proud of our staff. So just find any of us here at the City of Corbin. If you need anything, you know where to find us, down at City Hall, working hard. And I can't wait to see you all tonight, because we're going to have a great time downtown. We're closing the street down, so we're going to get a lot of complaints from our residents. So please make it worth our while by having a great time and coming and hanging out with us tonight. So I don't know if you recognize this or not, but Corbin is very unique. It's in the center of 3 counties, Whitley, Knox, and Laurel. And I have the distinct pleasure to introduce my dear friend and somebody that's been a great partner to the City of Corbin, Knox County Judge Executive Mike Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor Rasmus. I want to thank you for all that you do in making this SOAR conference or SOAR Summit what it is. I know your staff and everybody's worked hard. Colby, your staff is phenomenal at what they do. I've already met a lot of them this morning. But it's an honor to be here with you today at this SOAR Summit. Mayor Rasmus, you and the City of Corbin, we want to thank you for hosting this year's SOAR Summit. You have so much going on here, I wouldn't know where to start if I were trying to announce some of your accomplishments. I know it's an exciting time in Knox County and for our region. This October, we will be opening a new sports park and recreation area. This is a project that we believe will become a centerpiece of our community, bringing families together, hosting regional tournaments, and exciting new opportunities for recreation and tourism. I want to invite everyone to come by and check out this new facility. And while you're there, be sure to check out historic downtown Barbourville. Our historic square is buzzing again. Businesses are opening, buildings are being revitalized, and there's an energy that you can feel when you walk the streets. Excuse me. Marcia Dixon, the Downtown Director of Tourism, does an outstanding job in making things happen when it comes to events in Barbourville. If you get a chance, I'd like to invite you to stop by for a slice of pizza at Black Street Pizza. I recommend personally the Harrison Davis. Or you can grab a cup of coffee at one of our local coffee shops. One of the things that I've learned in being in this role as judge executive is that what one of us does impacts what we all do. The success of one community strengthens the region as a whole. That's why gatherings like this summit are so important, because they remind us that progress is something we can all build together. Just recently, Knox County finalized the purchase of a 1,500-acre parcel of property for an industrial park. When we applied for the KPDI grant, we were having trouble getting the numbers to work out. So we reached out to my good friend, Judge Executive Pat White, for his help. To keep a long story short, there's nothing happens in government fast. It's been a journey. But to keep a long story short, we could not have done it without Whitley County's support. Thanks to that collaboration, we were able to close on the 1,500-acre future industrial property, a game-changing opportunity for our county and our region. Judge White, on behalf of Knox County, thank you for standing with us and believing in what we can achieve together. And that brings me, thank you. And that brings me to this. It is my privilege this morning to introduce a friend, a partner, and a true supporter of Southern and Eastern Kentucky, Whitley County Judge Executive Pat White.
Thank you, Mike, for that kind introduction. That's touched me a little bit for him to appreciate us being able to work together so well, and I appreciate our friendship as well. So it's really good to see community leaders be able to partner and work together, and you can make so much more happen if you're able to do that. So, but welcome this morning to Whitley County. We're so glad to have you here. This is the home of this wonderful arena, has concerts and events all year long, river accesses, lake accesses, marinas along the Cumberland River, and also at Laurel Lake, and then Cumberland Falls State Resort Park, as well as the Hal Rogers Family Entertainment Center, Water Park in Williamsburg. There's lots to do around our area. As Mike said, I'm Judge Pat White Jr. This is my 19th year as Whitley County Judge Executive. It's been quite an honor to serve my community that long, and in this role, I've lived in this area my whole life, other than with my education at the business school at the University of Kentucky, and then at Salmon P. Chase College of Law in Northern Kentucky. With my wife, who's a pharmacist from Pike County, Belfry area of Pike County, we're raising our 3 sons in this community. We hope that they have the opportunity to raise their families in this community. But while I have you all, I'd like to mention just 3 or 4 things that maybe we're doing a little different in Whitley County that might inspire some of you in your home counties. The first one, we're the first counties in Kentucky to partner and have a regional emergency management director. I know Corbin mentioned resilience, and there's a lot of talk about things going on, tornadoes and storm damage and flooding and all the weather related incidents that we've all endured over the last few years. And there was some criticism when we first started talking about that, but the result this last year has been that we were able to pay our emergency management director more. We were able to write some money off each of our county budgets and save money. And then when we had searches for people in the river, we were able to bring down the resources of 2 counties to try to help us find people and bring underwater drones that we would otherwise not have access to. And then when Laurel County had the tornado that did so much damage, they were able to access some of our resources, and we were able to work together. So it's been a really good program. That law was just changed a few years ago where that was possible, and it's working out really well for Whitley and Laurel counties right now. Another thing that's been a really big topic is the opioid litigation and how to handle, how to spend that money. Now we're young into it, but this is our first year with the program. We created an opioid response coordinator. And one of the things that the statutes and the settlement agreements allow you to do is they give you some leniency in dealing with youth and people from troubled houses that have been affected by opioids. And so we've hired a local pastor that had experience working in western side of Chicago and trying to reach troubled youth. He's bilingual. He's done a fantastic job for us. And he's going into our schools and trying to build relationships with kids that might be headed in the wrong direction or might have a troubled home life, and trying to be almost like a father figure to a lot of them and help steer them in the right direction before the wheels get completely off and they get completely sidetracked. Been a great program. Daryl's done a wonderful job for us, and I really feel like it's making a difference with some of these kids. The other thing that we've been working on, we've done a lot of work with a fairgrounds property that Whitley County has. And we've done a little different than some of the others. There's great projects in neighboring counties like Mike was talking about with his sports park. I think there'll be a lot of people from Whitley County that will access and use that. Ours is focused on more outdoor type activities and a lot of horse related activities. Whitley County in southeast Kentucky has kind of a history of a horse culture, and we built a large pavilion that's 125 foot wide and 300 foot long that we have a monthly horse show at. We have rodeos, we've had a circus, we have a music festival coming up, we have a demolition derbies and mud bogs, and it's really became an area of community building for Whitley County. And so when I'm on Facebook scrolling through and I see kids posting their picture for their birthday, and it's a picture of them riding a horse or winning a ribbon at one of those horse shows, or it's a picture from them coming down a slide at water slide at the county fair, or being at the Duncan booth, or being at a music festival. Those kind of positive experiences are what's going to help keep our kids home. And so we're trying to really work hard to create those. And then finally, one of my favorite activities that I've created over the years, we started building river accesses along the Cumberland River several years back, and we were looking for ways to promote that. And so we started a boat race. We call it Kayak for Kids. And so we race from different points. We have several river accesses now that are available. And in doing that, all the money that's raised, we take to our school resource centers and our Upward Bound basketball programs for scholarships at the Upward Bound program for kids that might otherwise not be able to play, and then to help support those school resource centers that over the last few years have had budget cuts. And if you've not ever met with your school resource officer and talked about some of the stories that they see in our schools, it's not an isolated situation. It's not just that neighborhood and not yours. It's all of our neighborhoods. We have kids that are in very, very difficult situations, and those people need all the support we can get. Through that Kayak for Kids race, we usually raise around $25,000 to go to those youth programs in our community. And so it's been a really heartwarming situation. I deliver those checks, and I get to hear those stories of what these resource officers are going to do with that money. And it's one of my favorite events that I've ever been part of creating, and one of the things that I think we've really got right here in Whitley County. And then to conclude, I'd just like to thank, I think I saw Joshua Ball around here earlier, but I've lost him. But Josh and Colby and the staff at SOAR have worked so hard to bring us together and to try to create our opportunities in our region. I just really appreciate them. I really appreciate all their staff. I appreciate the City of Corbin for hosting this event, and I greatly appreciate Congressman Rogers and Governor Beshear for their continued support of this worthwhile activity to help lift up Southeast Kentucky. Thank you all.